Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of DV's Comic Talk. This is Don from the Ken Frederick Podcast. Today I want to talk a little bit about the big announcement that happened on Friday. It was the Marvel Legacy event. This was hyped a lot for the past coming months, that this was going to be a huge announcement. I actually think their editor-in-chief said this was going to be a game changer for the comic book industry. So this was something that I was kind of looking forward to, because the rumor going around was that this was going to be after the events of Secret Empire, which we're still working our way through. I believe we're on episode 4. Go check out some of our other reviews we did of that. They were talking that this is going to be almost their rebirth. I think that's what a lot of people thought is, they've been releasing number ones left and right every year. They've been bouncing around through different teams, different things, anything for shock value, anything to change up, mix up the lineup, another number one of this person, Captain America Hydra agent, just whatever they can do. So we're kind of thinking that this Legacy, after they have their Generations, which is coming up, which is going to pair old and new characters together, we saw that they were going into Legacy. I thought, okay, maybe this is going to be something that I can jump back on with Marvel books. I noticed that the image that they showed for it uses a combination of classic Marvel with newer Marvel. So, again, I thought this could be very Rebirth reminiscent, and you could see a mixture of maybe the original heroes back with your new heroes, a lot like how DC does it. So the announcement, especially saying it's a game changer, going to reshape the Marvel Universe. It comes out Friday. They released it in waves. What they did was release like 7 books at a time. Interesting, they released 52 books, which I feel is a direct shot at DC with the 52 stuff. So I'm not going to read through all the 52 books and go over them. I mean, a lot of them are the same as the ones that are out there. But I just figured I'd start off just by talking about a couple that I thought were good first. I'll try and be positive. I noticed Amazing Spider-Man is back. Peter still kind of looks the same, so it's good. It's good to have Amazing Spider-Man around. Interested that Miss America Chavez, is getting her own book, just called America. I always liked that character from the Young Avengers run. I thought she was good, so that's something that I might check out. Scarlet Spider's back, Ben Reilly with his book. I've always liked Ben Reilly, so that's something I might read as well, too. Good to see Falcon back being Falcon. He's got a new outfit. Not a huge fan of it, but, it's good to see him back in his own book and back being a Falcon, because I always liked him better, Sam Wilson, as that. I'm a big Sam Wilson fan, so him back being Falcon I think is a good thing. A couple other ones that I noticed that weren't too bad in here. Spirits of Vengeance, I thought looked actually kind of interesting. It looks like a sort of like a dark Avengers team up. Ken and I have talked about tons of times before about that. That's a great idea for a TV show. You have Blade and Ghost Rider and all the other dark elements of it. So that's one I think for sure I'll check out. I also thought Thanos in his own book might be kind of interesting. We're big Thanos fans here in the show, so it could be good. I don't see that really lasting a long time. That feels to me like 12 issues and done. But that's just kind of how Marvel goes. Some of the books that I think are totally annoying, of course, I can't stand any of these X-Men books they have going on. I don't like the lineup. I don't like the direction. It's X-Men Blue, X-Men Gold, all that stuff. So it's, it's the same stuff. Weapon X, I don't really care for. Don't really like Cable or any of the current books they have going. Just not a big fan of their X-Men, the way they have them going right now. I feel like they're trying to kill them still. Deadpool gets a typical Marvel format. He has to get an adjective before his name now for his book. So they renumber the book again, and now he's the Despicable Deadpool. I don't get why Marvel thinks this is interesting to anybody, to keep putting these wacky names in front of them. I mean, it started with New and and uncanny and all the invincible and unbeatable. I mean, they just keep going. Now it's despicable. It doesn't make the book more appealing to me at all. So I don't really get it. Marvel 2-in-1 coming out is their way of bringing back sort of the Fantastic Four. It's the Thing and the Human Torch together. Very odd book. I don't understand why we just don't bring the Fantastic Four back. They're Marvel's first family. I don't know. We'll see how that one does. Old Man Logan, nothing to say about that other than I just can't stand that character. I wish he would just go back to where he's from and we could get Wolverine back. I mean, it's Wolverine. Can we just have the regular Wolverine back already, Marvel? I don't get the love of Old Man Logan. I just don't get it. Royals, and there's a Black Bolt book coming out. I mean, there's a lot of Inhuman stuff. Royals is like a team book. Black Bolt, I don't understand how Black Bolt is strong enough to carry his own book. The guy doesn't talk. He doesn't really have a lot of depth to him. But he has his own book. And Captain America doesn't even have his own book. I don't know what's going on in the Marvel Universe. I'm so confused by it. And then you have the Spider-Gwen and all these other books. The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl. The Unbelievable Gwenpool. I don't know who reads these books. I just think it must be kids who are into this stuff. I don't understand it. None of those books look interesting to me. I mean, this is the Marvel Universe, and we don't even have regular Iron Man books, Thor books. It looks like they're killing Thor. I mean, this guy... They have dragged Thor through the gutter. I mean, they took his hammer away from him. They made him ride in a goat wagon. They gave him an axe. They've done everything to this guy you can believe of. Now it looks like they might kill him. I just don't know what they're doing with Thor. So the big thing with these books, which was the big reveal, and I'm going to put some of them on the screen now so you can see them. I'll put the whole list of all the other titles in the description. But it's just... Their announcement was they're mixing old covers. So I probably should have said this first. Excuse me. They're mixing old covers with like new covers. So as you can see on the screen now, classic Marvel covers. For instance, some of the like the Captain America behind bars. Now it's Spider-Man behind bars. So they're just taking old stories or old covers. Famous covers, like the New Mutants cover with Cable on it, the Generation X cover, any of these old classic covers, and they're just redoing a current book with that cover. And I think from some of the write-up, I mean, we don't know a lot yet, it's early on with it, but I think from some of it is that it's going to be maybe retelling of these stories a little bit. I noticed with the Hulk book, it's still Amadeus Cho. He's the Hulk. And they're doing like Planet Hulk over again with him. I'm not really sure why they think this is a good idea. I want the regular Hulk back. Amadeus Cho is the Hulk. It's been fun. It's been fine. But it's time for like Bruce Banner to be the Hulk. Like Planet Hulk was such a good story. We don't need to keep revisiting these old stories over and over again. And I really feel that's all Marvel does. I mean, it's Civil War 2. How soon till we have Civil War 3? Secret Wars again. I mean, Planet Hulk now, because it's like, people love Planet Hulk. He's going to be in the Thor movie. They're going to do Tiny for Planet Hulk, so why not do Amadeus Cho Planet Hulk? I don't get these storytellings. I mean, we'll have Dark Phoenix again. That's probably where they're going with the Jean Grey title. They just can't come up with anything new or anything different that would be intriguing. I mean, Secret Empire is doing good, but it's not really all that new of an idea of the Hydra taking over. It's not a good book. I think people just are reading it for shock value alone. But it is selling well, so I guess they win in the end because they're doing well with it. But it's an annoying book. This announcement was just such a huge letdown to me. I really thought we were going to get something good. I know I harp on Rebirth a lot, that it is fantastic, and I get called a DC mark all the time. But it's such a great ongoing storyline. It was such a great way to introduce new characters along with your old characters. I say this all the time. I have 5 kids. I take them to the movies all the time. When my kids see a movie and they go, oh look, there's Superman, there's Batman, they're in these big screen productions of it, they can go to your local comic book shop and find a book that looks and resembles that. And that's a huge thing. You can walk in and go, I want to read Batman. I want to read Superman. But you want a little bit of diversity. You want something different. You have Batwoman. You have new storylines. You have new books. You have different things, different characters thrown in that intrigue young readers and bring them in. You have a new Teen Titans led by Damian Wayne. You know, there's different things there. I don't see this Marvel Legacy universe that they're putting out reflecting anything that they do in their movies. You go and watch the Avengers with Captain America and everybody, and you come here and it makes no sense. Captain America doesn't even have a book. Ironheart is the star of the Iron Man book. Ironheart I have no problem with, but she should have her own title, and Tony should have his own title. I mean, these are characters that people want to see. To me, is the main Marvel Universe characters. This Legacy announcement to me was boring. I don't care about old covers, and that they're going to do old cover foil covers and all these shiny holographic covers and everything and all the stuff. They're probably going to make them up, mark them up for $5.99 each, knowing them. But after this, these are going to last 10 to 12 issues, and they're going to be number ones again. Because next summer we'll have another Marvel type event where we'll have more number ones again. Now some of these aren't renumbering, they're just new storylines that they're kicking off. Yeah, it's good to see Jessica Jones and Luke Cage and Iron Fist all having their own books. That's just to get you ready for Defenders. Are those really going to last? I mean, do we need another Moon Knight title? I just don't know. I mean, I will give props to Marvel for new characters like Miss Marvel. She's a good character. She has her own book. Good for her. It's a good one. Check it out. Champions is okay. But some of these other ones are just... I mean, who reads U.S. Avengers? I think it's the most ridiculous title that they have out there. I don't understand anything why that's a popular title. Give me Robert DaCosta and Cannonball and those guys back with X-Force or something like that instead of all this nonsense that they keep putting out. But I don't know. I was disappointed with Marvel Legacy. I hope you got a look at most of the covers while I've been blabbering on here and choking, obviously. But let me know what you think. If you like them, if you don't like them, if you think they're good. I'd be interested to hear what other people have to say about them. So far, the response seems very negative from what I see. I don't think I'm the only person out here on YouTube complaining about it. So maybe something good will happen. I don't know. I'd really like to just get a regular Captain America and a regular Avengers title so I can read them again. But I don't think that's going to happen. But, you know, let me know what you think. And we got a lot of cool stuff coming up here in this summer. Some DC stuff with Dark Days, The Forge, and the casting, and the metal storylines. Really cool stuff. Go check it out. There's going to be some cool stuff happening there. And we will talk to you next time. Take care. Bye.